Alright guys, let's go over this question. Use polynomial long division. So let's set up our long division here. So my long division is just this Bix symbol here, and I'm just going to put x minus 1 here and x to the fourth minus, actually let's put that in a different color. X to the fourth minus 3x to the third plus 6x squared minus 12x plus 8. And as you're writing that there in green, it is helpful to make sure that all the exponents, you have a 4, 3, 2, 1, and then x to the 0, essentially. Okay. It tells us they want us to determine, use a different color, if it is a factor. Well, how do you know if it's a factor? Yes, it is a factor when your remainder is 0. Is it a factor? No, if you have a remainder. So your remainder is not equal to 0, meaning it's something else, okay? So that is actually the factor and remainder theorem in a nutshell, okay? All right, so what do we have here? We have, we need to do long division. And so a couple of steps to help you with your long division is we're going to divide here. And I like to divide this one here as a side problem. X to the fourth divided by x. And you have 4 of those divided by x. So you're left with x cubed. So I'm going to write x cubed. I like to write them in, in this column. It's really going to be hard to see this one, but this column all has x cubes in it. Okay? All right, let's go ahead now and we're going to multiply to each of those. X times x cubed is x to the fourth, and x cubed times -1 is -1x cubed. All right, when I do subtraction here, I'm going to put that in parentheses, okay? And I do that, so you're going to do a 1 minus 1 gives you a 0, okay? So this one you don't write. You don't write that one. Okay, pay attention. -3 minus -1. So -3 minus -1, or the opposite of a -1 is positive. So it's -3 plus 1, which is the answer is -2x cubed. So when you're subtracting, you just look at the numbers in front, the coefficients. Let's bring this one down. And then I'm going to do that side problem here. X divided by -2x cubed. Let's do it over here. So -2x cubed divided by x. So that is essentially -2 times x times x times x divided by x. These will cancel, and then essentially we're left with -2x squared. So that's what I'm going to use to multiply up here. And again, let's see if I can point this out to you. It's going to be very hard to see because I'm writing in black over black screen, but this whole rectangle I'm drawing here, notice they're all x squareds. Does it have to be that way? No. But super helpful. All right, let's multiply. -2x squared, I'm going to erase these. I'm doing negative 2x squared times x. And when we do that, I will get negative 2x cubed. Negative 2x squared times negative 1. This will give me a positive 2x squared. Okay, we're going to subtract now, just like you did with regular long division. And some people actually teach here to distribute the negative 1. You could do that, but I think it's confusing, so I just teach it this way. Here are some goals when you are subtracting. Let's take the purple, okay? You'll notice when you subtract it, you want it to equal 0, so these have to be identical. Those first terms here need to be identical there in the purple box. So negative 2 minus negative 2 is negative 2 plus 2, which is 0. Again, we don't have to write the 0. And then 6 minus 2 gives me 4x squared. You have to remember that you are subtracting here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this next one down. So this will be a negative 12x. Pause the video, and I want to know what you would put up here in this purple box. And press play when you're ready. All right, to get that purple box, I'm going to go ahead and do the side problem. 4x squared divided by the x up here. So 4 times x, and x is here. X divided by x is 1, so we're just left with a 4x. And that's what I'm putting on top. Okay, so when you ask, how did I get a 4x into this purple box? Well, it's positive. You just did this small division problem over here on the side. All right, let me erase these. So now we're going to do 4x times x, which would give me a 4x squared. And 4x times a negative 1 is a negative 4x. We're going to do that in subtraction. So put that in parentheses, and now we're going to subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. And negative 12 minus a negative 4. Again, feel free to put that in your calculator, but negative 12, the opposite of negative 4 is plus, so negative 12 plus 4 gives me negative 8x. And the last one, I'm going to put plus 8. And again, I'm going to do a side problem here. Again, the side problem is x going into negative 8x. And that's going to help us fill out that yellow box. So I'm going to do a side problem. So negative 8x divided by x. And you'll see that these will cancel, and you're just left with negative 8. So let's give this negative 8 up here. And now we're going to multiply. So negative 8 times x is negative 8x. And negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. We're going to subtract and get an answer. Negative 8 minus negative 8. So negative 8 plus 8 is 0, and 8 minus 8 is 0. Yes. What is this? This is good because my remainder is equal to 0. So it says use long polynomial long division to determine if the given factor is a factor of the polynomial. And the answer is what? Yes, so let's write that. Yes, x minus 1 is a factor because the remainder is 0. Okay, so just use like you did back in 3rd grade using long division, and that'll help you figure out that problem. See ya.